Coming in at the back post today. Today was the last day before the 2026 FIFA World Cup begins in Mexico, Canada, and the United States of America. Tomorrow it begins in Mexico at the Azteca with Mexico playing against South Africa, and then South Korea against Czechia. And I just want to talk about my World Cup prediction from yesterday and my team that I have winning it all, because they had their final pre-World Cup friendly today against Nigeria, who in my eyes are probably the second or third best team to not be in this year's World Cup. And my conclusion, a lot of people will say if Portugal don't win, it comes down to Ronaldo. And I disagree. I disagree because you need a striker like Ronaldo for the team that Portugal has. A striker that you play towards, especially if you don't have superstar wingers. And Portugal lacks superstar wingers. They don't have the Olises and the Yamals and the Rafinhas who are going to cut in. Rafael Leao is not on that level. Francisco Conceição is not on that level. And as a result, you need a striker to play towards, and Ronaldo's the perfect guy for that. I don't think you could find anybody much better than that. Like, the only guy that I would say would be better for them would be like an Erling Haaland if they had. But they don't. So, taking that all into account, if Portugal lose, it doesn't come down to Ronaldo. It doesn't come down to any of the players. It comes down to the ineptitude of Roberto Martinez, who has scammed his way into big job after big job after big job. He had one good stint with Wigan many years ago, and has been living off of it ever since. With Belgium, he finished third in the World Cup when he really should have been in the final. He then lost in the round of 16 or quarterfinal, and Belgium squandered their golden generation on a managerial donut. The way I saw Portugal set up today, I know it was a friendly game. The amount of misplaced passes from Diogo Dalot was beyond me. The way that they had João Neves and Vitinha stay so far back, they take the ball off of their center backs. One of them would take the ball off their center back. The other one, instead of staying in the middle as an option for a pass, would go out wide, and they would have no one in the middle of the park. And so you're asking João Neves to stare up the pitch with the entire Nigeria team facing him and no options through the middle to pass through. Tell me how that makes sense. It doesn't. You're not going to find success. Portugal looked very stale. They looked like a constipated poop. Like they were not coming out. When they were able to get into the attacking third, they looked very composed, very good, except for Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto, I understand why Chelsea fans hate him now. He is garbage. I know he scored, he's genuinely garbage. Every time he touched the ball, he would touch the ball and then wait a solid 5 seconds before he did anything with it. And every time he would be dispossessed. It was a waste of time to have him on the pitch. Genuinely. And I think if Portugal want to achieve success, they can't have their midfield acting like that, where you have one of your midfielders drop so deep and then your other one goes so wide that you have no one in the midfield. That does not make any sense. These are two of the best midfielders in the world, and you're using them like, I don't know. And then the one guy on Portugal that is not in their proper starting 11 that looked really, really good and might not get his flowers for his performance was Joao Felix. People hate on Joao Felix because he's not a winger. Because he can't play off the left or off the right. And that's not his fault. He is at his best as a second striker, like he played with Ronaldo this year at Al Nassr, or as a 10. And if you're not going to play him that way, don't play him on the wing. They tried to play him on the wing today. When really, because when they made their subs after halftime, their midfield and attack was Ruben Neves, Samu Costa, Bernardo Silva in the 10, and then they had Joao Felix on the left and Chico on the right. When really, it should be Bernardo coming out to the wing and putting Joao Felix in the 10. Because whenever Joao Felix gets on the ball in the middle of the pitch, he makes something happen. He is the key for them off the bench. He is their weapon off the bench. But if Roberto Martinez doesn't know how to use him, they're going to be doomed. And Roberto Martinez has given no one any indication that he knows what he's doing. But that's it for me. Peace.